up, guys? Today I am super excited because I'm going to be sharing with you how I created this DIY leather woven headboard. That's right, you heard it from me first. DIY leather woven headboard. Now I'm really happy to share this project today with you guys because last week I did the same kind of technique but on a DIY bench, and I loved it so much I wanted to do that same technique but on a headboard. So today we're getting down with the leather, or pleather, because it's not really leather, it's vinyl fabric, but it was cheap. So, and it looks like leather, so let's get to it. So because this project doesn't involve a lot of wood, it should be easy enough for any beginner DIYer. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my 4 2x2s and assemble them together to create the headboard frame. So to begin assembling the frame, I'm taking 2 of my 2x2s here, and with the help from my handy dandy Craig right angle clamp, I'm just taking my pocket hole screws and drilling them into the 2x2. So now I'm going to take the last 2x2 and I'm going to screw it to the already assembled frame here, down at the bottom, to kind of complete that bed frame look. As you can see, I'm just kind of repeating the same step with my Craig angle clamp. I'm clamping it down and screwing in those pocket hole screws. So now we got the frame all assembled, all the 2x2s are screwed together, but I wanted to make it just a little bit more sturdy since the 2x2s aren't that thick, and I'm going to be adding these corner braces here to each end of the frame just to give it a little more oomph. So I got my headboard all assembled. Now it is time for the leather, or leather, vinyl fabric. That's what I'm using. So I decided to go with a green color because I thought it would contrast really well with the natural wood. So I'm going to lay out the leather on top of the bed frame so I can calculate how much I need to cut. Now I got 7 yards of this, which is definitely way too much for this headboard. So I'll give a more accurate, I guess, description, measurement, yeah. I'll let you guys know how much fabric you need. So here I'm just using a 2x2 just to mark the lines of where I need to cut. Obviously I want to have even strips, so I'm using this as a way to measure evenly. I'm just putting the 2x2 down and taking a fine point Sharpie to mark the lines. Okay guys, I have just finished drawing all the lines on the fabric, and yes, it was tedious, but I promise you it will be worth it. Now I'm going to take my craft scissors and I'm going to cut down these lines. So the scissors I'm using to cut this fabric are Fiskars scissors. They're craft scissors and they work really good with cutting this vinyl fabric. I'm pretty sure regular scissors might work, but I wanted to make sure I had some good scissors since I'll be doing a lot of repetitive cuts. As you can see, I'm just kind of going down the lines here. Obviously, the straighter the lines, the better your headboard is going to look. So just take your time and make sure you cut down all the lines accurately. I just finished cutting all of the leather strips. As you can see, we have a lot of leather spaghetti here. And now we're going to get into the fun part. We're going to start attaching these strips to the bed frame. So we're going to start off by first attaching the longer leather strips to the headboard first. We're going to secure one side down, and then we're going to pull them all the way down to the other end of the bed frame and tie them down so that we have one full side completely secured down. To tie all of the leather strips down, I'm just using my staple gun, and I'm also using one of those corner braces as a measuring tool to leave spaces in between the leather strips. Once I got all the strips down, I'm just taking them under the headboard frame, as you can see, so that I can secure them down to the other side. Here I'm doing the same thing. I'm just using my staple gun to staple them down to the frame, and I'm using that little corner brace as a measurement to kind of make sure that it's even all the way across. Once all the leather strips were secure, I just took my craft scissors to cut off that extra fabric, and I started cutting some extra strips to start adding to the top of the headboard for my favorite part. Now once I added all the strips to the top of the headboard, I started weaving the headboard. Now this is the fun part. It's really simple, as you can see. I'm just weaving in and out, kind of switching back and forth with each strip and weaving down the whole headboard. Once I got to the last strip, I just kind of moved the strips around to kind of make sure they were in place. Then I lifted the headboard up and stapled the strips underneath the headboard. Once they were all secure, I then just took my craft scissors and just cut off all the excess fabric so you couldn't see it underneath. The DIY headboard is finished! I love the way it came out. I hope that you do too. One thing I forgot to mention is that this headboard was only 80 bucks. Yep, you heard that right, only $80. So if you're on a budget, this is definitely something that you can do to save some money. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And for more projects and tutorials, check out handmade-haven.com. Alright guys, later.